A very good evening to one and all. Respected Chief Guest of the Day, Janab K.V. Kunyi Mohammed. Other guests, Janab Hussain Anwari and Jaya Miss. Our dynamic chairperson, K.V. Nasir. Our versatile personality and secretary, Ashraf V.A. Our all in all, who has been behind this website, Faisal. And I should not forget to say the name of a person who has started all this, A.K. Nasir. The other office bearers and my dear children. It's my proud privilege to be before you this fine evening. I can say it is very nostalgic. I feel a lot of emotion cropping in me when I go to think that it is 22 years since I have met most of my students and the memory of 2 years of my teaching. It is really incredible an experience for me to think that you have been thinking of teachers, though you are all in very high positions, and what I always think is, what have I given the students to think so much? I've had a very good pedagogic experience in ICA. First of all, you all were very lucky to study in such, or very fortunate to study in such an institution which gave you, or which taught you, high moral values. Very high moral values. Value-aided education is becoming or deteriorating in the community, in the education field now. And that is the reason why in Western countries also, education is not up to the standard of India. There should be a person behind this. I still remember a great personality who is no more with us, and with great respect, I've always thought of his dynamic presence in the institution. He is nobody else but our late Janab A.C. Kunyamohan Haji. He is not with us today. With the demise of his very beloved grandson, Faisal, who was also my student, he also bade goodbye to this world. But still, that vision, we have much to do to complete his great vision. The school, which is your alma mater, should be given support, a great support by the alumni. You are all in a very high positions now, and to think of how you came to this position is the basic education you got from a very great institution. It is something which should never be forgotten. The teachers who were behind this, the other mentors who were behind this, have all been putting a lot of effort to see that the institution will rise to a greater level. The institution has already risen because we can see you in very, very high positions. I am reminded of a few words or a few lines of William Wordsworth. You all must have learned the poem Daffodils. When off and on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. Now when it was daffodils which gave a lot of happiness to the poet, the host of daffodils which came dancing before him gave him a lot of happiness when he was sad. What gives me a lot of happiness when I am lonely is the thought that you have brought me here. Though I have taught you only for 2 years, you have brought me here, and the happiness in my mind is more than the happiness that William Wordsworth has had. So it's my proud privilege to convey my gratitude to each and every one of you. Though I have taught only a handful of students, I see a host of students before me, been taught by me, who have not been taught by me, but whom I regard so much because you have assembled here to make me happy, to make us happy. This is not something which is a thing to be just forgotten. Ever through our lives, we will remember you. Not that you brought us to Dubai to show the places. No. You brought us all the way with those sentiments in your mind. I wish to convey my gratitude once again to each and every one of you. I have been given a small responsibility to tell about a student who has had a creativity in his mind and who has brought out a book with a collection of poems. He is nobody else but Shabir Umar, who has brought out a book called Me and My Loneliness Often Speaks. The title itself has a lot of depth. His loneliness, he and his loneliness often speaks, and he has written poems on that. You definitely must, each and every one of you must have a chance of reading this book which is a collection of English poems. The publisher of this book is Fabian Books, India. Distributor is DC Books, Dubai. The preface has been written by an American award-winning author, Craig Annan. Now, before I forget, I've got some things to tell you, that you are sitting here and seeing this, or viewing all this, or enjoying this event. But he had started this, or you had started this, it was started by the visionary, our late ICA, who started this in 1992. In 1992 he started, and every year there was a group of students who conducted this alumni. It was last year when I had a chance of going to Vadakekad School, ICA, where I was very happy to be along with the children wherein they had lot of humanitarian services in their mind, and they were so happy to see us, honored us, and it was that time the president of that that alumni was Dr. Abdul Latif, who told me that we have an invitation from Dubai. It is the UAE group of students who wants to conduct a great event which has materialized now. It is the effort of so many of your counterparts who have brought you here and who have made you enjoy this event. I hope each and every one of you will think of doing something or making the alumni a success the next years to come by your contributions, I'm not financially, I'm saying your moral support to this event. Your moral support to the alumni with more and more members joining in and organizing it in a better style. This is your first venture and it has really made everybody happy and it has gone in full style, especially the website has taken you around the world. People have been giving us feedbacks through messages in mobile saying that the function is really good. And I had a chance of coming to Dubai. Very happy to see you all here. And I shouldn't forget to say that I'm not staying in a hotel or anything, but I'm staying with my students who have really made me very happy. I was never reluctant to come here and stay with them. But when I came here, I really am overwhelmed with emotion, thinking of how good they can be to a teacher who has just taught them for 2 years. Nasir's house, I was there for 2 days, wherein I was really very happy seeing the homely or the harmonious life they were leading, happy with the children, and that itself made me feel very cool and happy. Ashraf's house, I was there yesterday, and even there I was so happy, but what my mind says or what is there in my mind is, how can I pay them back? Have I ever paid them back so much for them to be so kind and so loving to me? I sincerely thank my little ones who have brought me here and who have shown so much of care and affection for me. Here I also feel like saying my condolences to the bereaved families of some of my students who have passed away. Shukur was my dear student. I really was moved when I heard about his death. And recently, Mohammed Shafi was also a student who studied in Ansar. While we are so old and living still, there are so young, energetic children who are being just pulled away from the midst. So I hope you will cooperate with, all of you will cooperate with the members who have gone behind this alumni and make the next year's alumni a much greater success. I thank one and all